Been riding for days on the southern plains, on the back of a horse that won't be tamed. Heat burning up the sand as far as the horizon, but I got you on my mind way back in Tucson. Got a horse called Trouble and I'm on my way, 'cause we're gonna be together by the end of the day. These red dust roads are winding, oh so true. The southern plains will lead me back to you. The southern plains will lead me back to you. I ain't letting trouble gonna slow me down, 'cause my heart's hurting bad for my girl in town. Had to wrestle this loneliness to the ground, but I know we'll be together before the sun goes down. Got a horse called Trouble and I'm on my way, 'cause we're gonna be together by the end of the day. These red dust roads are winding, oh so true. The southern plains will lead me back to you. The southern plains will lead me back to you. Got a horse called Trouble and I'm on my way, 'cause we're gonna be together by the end of the day. These red dust roads are winding, oh so true. The southern plains will lead me back to you. The southern plains will lead me back to you. The southern plains will lead me back to you. The southern plains will lead me back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flagging, got it down back. This late night red eye overtime habit. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot jukebox when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back like a Kodak. And I'm smiling 'cause you're right on time. And finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst tattoo and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G with our Friday anthem song. It is called Hello Friday. We're glad it's here, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? Going to be a nice weekend as well, and we hope you have a good one. And Douglas McNally, all the way from Australia, getting us started tonight with a brand new song called Southern Plains. I am right in the middle of the country in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We got a great live show for you tonight. 3 hours of the best in new country music. That's what we do on New Music Friday, and a couple of great radio interviews tonight. Tommy Lee Moffitt is going to join me in the bottom half of hour number 1. In hour number 2, my special guest will be Jana LeDuc from Canada. You're going to get to hear a lot of great stories behind their songs and lots of great music on the radio tonight. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, SoundwaveRadio1.com, Hot and Funky Radio, KWradio.com, and, of course, all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Pandora. Wherever you stream your music, just search The Tim Kelly Show, and you will find the program, and you'll be listening to New Country's best as well. My website is KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I am live over there right now, and we're also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and come over and say hello on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. Let's put Toby May on the air right now with a great tune called Tonight on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
A start shirt and $100. I'm gassing up my old pickup truck tonight to come and pick you up. I'm gonna throw the hammer down, point my truck toward that big old town tonight. We're gonna get wound up. Yeah, we're gonna meet our friends in the parking lot. Pass the jar, have a few more shots. Head inside the bar, we're gonna crank it up. Yeah, tonight. build a big old fire. Pass the guitar, gonna sing a while. Tell some stories, yeah, we'll make some memories. Yeah, tonight we're gonna get tore up. We're gonna dance around like some backwoods fools. Fall down and get back up. Yeah, tonight we're gonna throw 'em down. Yeah, there ain't no place I'd rather be tonight. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna act crazy for a little while. Give us an inch, we're gonna take that mile. When we pull out the jar, it gets a little wild. Yeah, tonight we're gonna get tore up. We're gonna dance around like some redneck fools. Fall down and get back up. Yeah, tonight we're gonna throw 'em down. Yeah, there ain't no place I'd rather be tonight. Yeah, there ain't no place I'd rather be tonight. Two, three, four.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I can tell that you think you're gonna take my man. You think your grass is greener, but let me help you understand. I can see right through your thieving ways. I put that ring on his left hand. You're a master of deception and a champion of lies. You won't catch him looking round. He stays lost in my eyes. If you wanna push this thing, I can cut you down to size. Let me tell you, he ain't looking at you, honey. I'm the one to blame. You think you got what it takes, but I'm his everything. I'm here playing for keeps. You're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark. I'm the whole damn thing. I know I seem self-assured, but we got history. It's kinda sad you chase after what will never be. 'Cause if you took your bait, there's no damn way you'd be the man for me. He ain't looking at you, and honey, I'm the one to blame. You think you've got what it takes, but I'm his everything. I'm here playing for keeps. You're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark. I'm the whole damn thing. Now I've seen your desperate kind before, and he won't even notice you walking out those swinging doors. I'm here playing for keeps. You're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark. I'm the whole damn thing. I'm more than just a spark.
That song is hot, all right, and it is called Flame. Brand new music released today from my good friend Billy Joe Jones from Texas. And you want to be sure to tune in next Friday night. She's going to be my special guest for another great radio interview on The Tim Kelly Show. The full interview schedule is at the bottom of the homepage of my website. Check it out. It's a good one. KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I've got a good-looking interview scheduled tonight. Tommy Lee Moffitt is going to be up here in just a couple of more songs. And then Janet LeDuc from Canada is going to join me in hour number 2. How about a gentleman from the great state of Texas right here called, his name is Dave Edwards. The song is called Swing Me Back to Oklahoma, where I spent 20 years before coming to Branson on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
On Broadway, light up Nashville in the rain. All I see are aging dreams going down the drain. There's lots of bling, but there's no swing, just drums and loud guitars. So take me back to Tulsa, where Bob Wills is still the keeper of my heart. Swing me back to Oklahoma, two steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, Cherokee maidens waiting there. My girl is waiting underneath that Oklahoma moon. The sparkle in her diamond eyes shine like the stars in June. I'm leaving Legends Corner, heading back to Tulsa time. I'm westbound on I-40 to that Oklahoma road I left behind. Swing me back to Oklahoma, two steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, my Cherokee maidens waiting there. Yes, my Cherokee maidens waiting there.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
When the winds of doubt are blowing hard and heavy, there's a world of trouble on your mind. Take a seat next to me, my darling. Place your hand in mine. Place your hand in mine.
Making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. Her name is Kaylin McGee. That is Kailan. Kaylin McGee, and that is a brand new single called All It Takes. All it takes is me to push play on New Country's Best, and lots of people are coming in here. I appreciate it tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. We got some good music on the radio. Going to have some great radio interviews coming up as well. I want to do a bonus track of a good friend of mine, and she's not trouble, but I got trouble in my chat room over here on TikTok. We got lots of trouble, and we love it. Gable Burnett, this is called Trouble on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I don't go out looking for trouble, 'cause trouble's looking for me. Waiting there right around the corner when I'm just walking down the street. Where you find one, you'll find me other. Don't believe me, ask my mother. Trouble, 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 trouble. That's what they call me. Yeah, trouble, trouble, trouble. T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Swear I never was a bad girl, just the wrong place, the wrong time. Made mistakes, but that's the breaks. Don't make it out to be a crime. And way too many, what's a shame. It ain't my fault, but I'll take the blame. Trouble, 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 trouble. That's what they call me. Yeah, trouble, trouble, trouble. T-R-O-U-B-L-E. I always getting over my head. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Some days I'd rather stay in bed. Trouble, trouble, trouble. I've had a case of you since I was barely 2. Trouble, 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 trouble. That's what they call me. Yeah, trouble, trouble, trouble. T-R-O-U-B-L-E. I ain't looking for trouble. I ain't nothing but trouble. I ain't looking for trouble. T-R-O-U-B-L-E.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and we've got some great interviews on the program for you tonight as well. My friend Tommy Lee Moffett is with us tonight. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for joining the program. And that accent that folks are going to hear, you were born and raised in Scotland, but now you live in Temple, Texas.
Yes, that's right.
So we got to hear about that move from Scotland to Texas. But tell us about that, how you ended up in Texas.
Well, I ended up moving from Scotland in 1990 and drove across the country from South Carolina, ended up in California, spent about 30 years in California, and then made a move to Texas, excuse me, because with taxes and stuff in California, it just was outrageous.
Oh, man. Yeah, I left there in 1990. I was there from 86 to 90. I was telling you, I lived in San Diego area, and we used to paint houses, and it took 2.5 hours to get 30 miles going home. You know, we'd drive about 30 miles to work, but it took 2.5 hours going home, and that was back then. I can't imagine the traffic now.
Oh, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Yep, and that was a major market radio too. So when I met my wife, she was from Oklahoma, and so I moved to Oklahoma, and everybody was listening to that '90s country, and that's what got me into wanting to do country radio at that point.
Oh wow!
So I love the country music, and that's how we met tonight. What got you into country music?
Actually, in Scotland, when I was, I've been playing in clubs since I was 14, and we were like just a regular rock band and done a lot of covers and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I was in Glasgow one day in a record store, and I picked up an album, and I says to the guy, I says, "Who's Morelli Haggard?" And he's like, "What?" And I says, "Morelli Haggard." He says, "It's Merle Haggard." I said, "Well, what does he do?" And he's like, "He's a country singer-songwriter." And I was like, "Oh."
Wow.
I says, "You know what? Okay, I'll buy it." You know, it was an import album, so it was pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought it, and I took it home, and I put it on the turntable. And the name of the album was Always on a Mountain When I Fall. And I played that thing endlessly.
Wow.
I mean, I just was hooked. And so I went and told the band that I quit, and I'm going to start doing country music. And the name of our band was Hellspire. And so they says, "Well, what do you mean you quit?" I says, "Well, I'm going to do country music." I said, "Well, okay, we'll do that as well." So the band changed from Hellspire, and within a week was the Blue Ridge Band.
Wow.
And we picked up a steel player.
That's awesome.
And then we just started playing country.
Well, Morelli's ex-wife, one of them hangs out here in Branson. I'm just kidding with you. Merle Haggard's ex-wife, one of them is Leona Williams, and we have met her many times in Branson, and she plays music here all the time, and she really made it as a songwriter for a lot of other top-notch artists as well. But she is going to be 81 this year, and she's still doing her thing. She was just on Branson Country USA a week or so ago.
Oh,
So.
That's longevity.
Yeah, it is. And Merle had that too. Unfortunately, we lost Merle at a fairly young age. He died on his birthday at 69 years old. And I was on the radio that day, and he was supposed to come to Springfield, Missouri, just north of me in Branson, the very next Friday. Well, obviously, he couldn't make it. Willie Nelson was supposed to be with him, and Willie Nelson got Jamie Johnson to come with him and sing all the Merle parts, and he still did the show. And Willie Nelson still, he's still with us, 91 years old, but, he's getting in bad health too. So, all of these country, and George Jones sang about it, all of our country radio heroes are passing on, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that nobody's picking up the baton to carry on. Well, there are some.
There are some, and that's the whole idea of what I'm doing with this thing called the Branson Opry. There's a lot of great original country music out there. I've known this for the last 13 years of this indie underground country music world that I live in, and there's a lot of young folks that follow Merle and Patsy Cline, and she's been dead longer than they've been alive, and her music still resonates with them, so that's impressive to me. And we got to keep original country music out there in front of the folks, and that's what the whole thing is about with the Branson Opry. Hopefully we can pull that off, and we can see you in a live show maybe next year.
There you go. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. What's the country music scene down there around Temple? I know you talked about it not being a very big town, but I know that Texas country music is super hot.
Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, we have dance halls around here, and they will tell you that we don't want none of the modern stuff out of Nashville.
Wow.
We want something to dance to.
Yeah.
So we have that red dirt music down here.
Yes, sir.
And then we have just the Texas traditional country music here. I mean, it is just crazy the amount of music that comes through here.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Austin, which is, the amount of genres that are going on in Austin. And then you have Fort Worth, that now people are calling Fort Worth the country music capital.
Yeah.
It's the home of country music. They took it out of Nashville and brought it to Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, to Fort Worth.
I'm seeing a lot of those posts, people are like, what happened to country music? Especially now when the CMA awards come on in November, there's a lot of talk like that.
I don't watch them.
I don't listen to mainstream country much either. Once in a while on a road trip, like we did go to Texas, I was telling you, in September for vacation. But I started this classic country radio channel, and it's all based on that 90s country that I grew up listening to and that most people did, and that's what converted me to country radio. And so we listen to that pretty much 24/7, and the best thing about it, it's commercial free.
Yep.
So-
I listened to that on satellite radio and the 90s, and then I also listened to Willie's Roadhouse.
I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I stick with the traditional side of it.
Yep.
You know?
And, those are the instruments, the steel guitar, and Alabama Says You Got to Have a Fiddle in the Band and things like that.
That's right.
These young kids are keeping that alive, some of them. They put those instruments in their music, and they learn how to play those instruments, and that's amazing to me. Now, speaking of playing instruments, what was the first one you picked up and learned how to play?
Well, actually, when I was a kid, it was a penny whistle, like the penny whistle thing.
Oh, wow.
And then guitar. Just guitar.
I never heard of a penny whistle.
It's a folk thing, a little tin whistle.
Okay, awesome. They isn't Scotland where they play the bagpipes and all that too, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we do that,
Yeah.
and we make a lot of whiskey.
And make a lot of whiskey, man. That's good stuff. You got a song about that called "I Drink the Whiskey," and we'll talk about that one here in just a little bit too. Great duet. So
Okay.
yeah, and that's what the country music scene is about. Getting out there, having a good time, drinking a little bit, and getting on the dance floor. I've actually got a song that was sent to me. It was called "Buckle Bunny," and what a buckle bunny is, for the folks that don't know, I think that's a girl dancing so close to a guy they're rubbing belt buckles together, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, and we got these songs that people like to line dance to. That's a thing too, and I love seeing that, man. It's interesting to watch those line dances.
Yeah, that's big in Europe.
Is it?
Oh, it's huge.
Wow, that is awesome.
You wouldn't believe how big traditional country music is in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. We're going to put you out to 8 radio stations around the country and around the world. I'm on one in Sweden and one in Ireland, so we're getting over there in the UK a little bit. And I just talked to a gentleman that has 4 radio stations, and we're getting ready to do some stuff together. But yeah, we're trying to get more out there in the UK for this show. And so we know the people love it. In fact, my second biggest country is the Netherlands that listens to my show on Zeno FM. They listen to 400 or 500 hours a month of this show. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, really huge.
They do. They love it over there.
I mean, they have line dance teams, line dance competitions. I mean, it is nuts.
Yep. Let's talk about something that a lot of artists do that play their music on my show, and that's because they wrote the song. You big into songwriting, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. How long you been doing that? When did you start?
Oh, my God. A long time ago. Over 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting, too. When I interview a lot of people, just because they're an independent artist don't mean they're brand new. Some of these young folks are, but you've been doing it for a long, long time, and that's interesting.
Yeah, I've been doing it a long time, yeah.
I bet you got hundreds of songs in your library.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah, and, a bunch of them still to be released, to be worked on, finished up.
Yep. Absolutely. This first song we're going to play is really a neat title because I was doing an Indie Wednesday show and I thought, I'm going to quit doing that one because I need some time to me and I want to go fishing. Well, that's the title of this next song. I wish we could go fishing. Tell us about this one. I guess you like to fish a little too.
Oh, I love to fish. Yeah, I love to fish. And the reason this song came about was I was in my studio. I have a studio at home. Mm-hmm. And my wife also works from home. Okay. She's in office at home too. And she was having a real bad day. And I was in working on other stuff. Mm-hmm. And she kept coming in the studio and, venting.
Yes.
And I told her, I says, man, and she says, I know you got stuff to do. But you know what? This, that, and the other, And I just looked at her and I says, oh my God. She says, what? I says, I wish that I could just go fishing. And as soon as I said it, I wrote it down. Uh-huh. And she came back in and she says, you wish you could what? I says, I wish that I could just go fishing. And she's like, that was it,
There you go.
and that afternoon, I just wrote the song.
Yeah.
But none of the song pertains to my wife whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It's just that she gave me the title of the song when she said it.
Man, that's awesome. Man, there's a lot of great places down there where you're at to go fishing too, man. There's Trophy Bass Lake around where my wife's grandpa or her father used to live, called Lake Fork, Texas. You've probably heard of it. They
Yeah,
have
you got to drive quite a ways to get to some places here.
Yeah.
You know?
they had their state record bass was out of that lake at the time that I first found out about it. Was an 18-pound bass. That's a huge one. And they have this thing called the Share Lunker program down there in Texas too. You may know about it, but if you catch a bass over 13 pounds in Texas and you release that bass so that they can breed it and keep that that longevity going of breeding big bass like that, they will make you a free mount bass of that bass that you caught, whether it's 13 pounds, 18 pounds, whatever. They'll make you a free one if you'll donate the fish.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Well, thanks for donating your music to us today. We got 3 great songs to play. We're going to play I Wish I Could Go Fishing, and then we're going to come back and talk about a great duet with Tommy Lee Moffett on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. We're playing New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
She's been living in my house about 6 months or so. With all them changes she has made, man, she's gotta go. All her rules and regulations that she's enforced. There's only one thing I wanna do, and I'm sure that she knows. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Favorite outdoor toys. All she's got's a honey-do list. She's adding more and more. As soon as that woman turns her back, I'm headed out the door. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Weekends with her at the Walmart, that is not for me. I'd rather have some beers and watch the football on TV. Her furnishings and decorations, they're just all wrong. Even my singing Sammy Bass from the wall is gone. I wish that I could just go fishing, take my boat out on the lake. Lately I've been reminiscing, getting with her's my biggest mistake. Maybe someday I'll take her fishing in my boat out on the lake. If I come back and she is missing, I'll just say she moved away. Yeah, I'll just say she moved away. Oh yeah, man, she's gone.
His name is Tommy Lee Moffett. That is called I Wish I Could Go Fishing. You just heard the story behind that, and thank your wife for the title of that song, will you?
I do every day.
Yeah, I bet you do.
she's not impressed.
Yeah. You know, me and my first wife were having marital problems, and that's exactly what I would do, is I would just leave the house and go fishing, and some big, huge bass paid the price for her. But, yeah, because I love to eat fish a little bit, too.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty good eating, and my wife is one of those that everything that I catch, we got to keep. She won't let me catch and release.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We in California, when I was living there, we used to catch these, they were split tails.
Uh-huh.
And for bait.
Yep.
And she would be on the boat, and she would be cutting those things up and putting them on the barbecue.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what the? She's like, it's fish.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm in Branson, Missouri. This is called the Tri-Lakes area. They've got Table Rock Lake is 76 miles long. It goes into Arkansas. A lot of homes are built around that lake, and it's just beautiful down there. And a lot of resorts too here in Branson. And then we've got Bull Shoals Lake. It's got everything in it. It's got alligator gar, spoonbill, whatever you want to catch down there. And then they have Taneycomo, which is cold, and it stays about 48 degrees year round, and it has a bunch of trout in it. And that's what they like. They like that cold water.
That's my favorite fishing.
Yeah.
Trout. I love to go fishing for trout.
I was walking the dock one day because I did security down there at a resort, and I watched a guy catch a 4-pounder and reel that thing in while I was walking the dock down there one night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're awesome, and good eating too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've actually had those, and I smoked some on the grill, and yeah, and then a guy showed us how to butterfly one, butterfly fillet one. They're really good. So we could talk fishing for a while, couldn't we?
Oh yeah.
You bet. I Drink the Whiskey's the next song we're going to play, a great duet. Tell us who the other person is in this song.
The other person in this song is Billy Payne, a
Billy
good friend
Payne.
of mine from West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a heck of a songwriter in his own right. Heck of a singer-songwriter.
I've had a couple of people promoting him to me here recently. I need to check out his stuff and maybe have him on this program too.
Absolutely, he's the top guy.
Yeah, awesome. So
and we've been trying to kind of get together and do some things, go out together and work, but it's just never come across.
Yeah.
We done some stuff here in Texas. Billy came to Texas.
Yeah.
And we done some stuff here, but we never got back to getting together and doing something else. We always wanted to. You never know.
How did
may come up.
How did you guys hook up for this duet?
Well, I just, we're always on the phone with each other, and this, that, and the other. And she said, "Man, I'd love to do a duet." And I said, "Sure." So I got a hold of him again. I says, "Hey, I've got this one." I says, "It's called I Drink the Whiskey." I says, "Which part do you want?" He's like, "Really?" I says, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, how about I sing these parts, you sing those parts?" I said, "You got it."
Mm-hmm.
So I got a hold of my producer, and Billy recorded. He went to Nashville to record the vocal on it because my old guitar player from my band in Scotland, my lead player, he has a studio in Nashville, and he still works with us.
Uh-huh.
And so Billy went there to record the vocal, and so my producer, Teddy Grimstead, who lives in Finland, he does the producing. Phil in Nashville does the engineering and putting the music together.
Yep.
So, and then it's mastered in Denmark.
Isn't that amazing?
So, the times have changed.
I have been doing this for 13 years, and this has been several years ago, but I had an artist. She was from Texas. The guy that she was doing the duet with was from Reykjavik, Iceland. He did his part in Iceland. She did her part in Texas. They mastered and put that thing together, and it just blew up when they released it, man. They loved it all over the world, and it's just amazing with the technology that we have now, what we can do.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And they've got this now thing called AI, which is something that's just gotten crazy and sometimes crazy out of hand. But here recently, they've got Randy Travis singing again. You know, he had a real bad stroke several years ago, and he can't sing, can't hardly talk. But, you know, it is Randy Travis. When you hear that song, it's just crazy how they can do that.
It is.
It's called Back Where I Came From, I think is the title of it. So check it out. I loved it so well, I've got it playing on my classic country station that plays 24/7.
I heard it when they first brought it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Really well done, but man, that's just amazing what you could do. Well, your voice is great. You kind of lose that Scottish accent when you sing. You said you haven't got a whole bunch of it, you know, since you moved away from there. You've been away from so long, but
Been away for over 35 years.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting? And I lived 20 years in Southeast Oklahoma, and I always said, you know, I let the South jump in my mouth once in a while. You kind of start talking like the people you hang around with for 20, 30 years, don't you?
Yeah, but when I first came here, it was like, oh, I love your accent. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And they're like, I'm sorry, what did you say? You had to keep repeating things, and you're like, okay, let's slow it down. And then you kind of start to lose it a little bit.
Yep.
Because you get tired of repeating stuff, you know. But when my family came to visit, my wife says, I could not understand a word you guys were saying. she says, I can understand you perfectly. But when your family came, your accent just showed up.
How about that? Yep.
Yeah.
I was telling you, I interviewed a young lady from Glasgow, Scotland. She got a real thick accent over the phone when we were talking, but it goes away. It goes away when she sings, and that's just amazing to me. So that is awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, you sing great, and we're going to keep playing your music. Thanks for a great radio interview tonight. I appreciate the time. And
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you bet. The third song we're going to play is called "This Cold, Empty House." Does it ever get cold in Texas? I know it does. I'm just messing with you. But...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I call it dyslexic weather.
Yeah, we got that here in Branson, too. What's the song about? Tell us the story behind it.
Well, somebody had actually sent me the lyrics to do a song if I could put a melody to it. And I read it, and it was like War and Peace. You know, it was like one of these things that would last for like 30 minutes if you tried to record this thing.
Yeah.
And I said, could I cut it? And they were saying, well, I guess. And so I chopped the thing to about 3 minutes.
Wow.
And I added a lot of stuff, took the gist of what they were trying to say and reworded it and put it my way. You know? And I asked them, I said, you happy with this? They're like, well, yeah. But it's not telling my story, the whole story. And I said, well, your story is for a book. The songs are like, they want them 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it changed in what I had written.
Wow.
And then I put the melody to it and sent it off to the guys, and they put the rest to it.
So that brings up this. I'll ask you this. And you told me off the air your health issues and all the stuff that you got going on. And it's just an interesting story. Born in Scotland, now you're in Texas, and you've been to California all those years. Any thoughts of ever writing a book?
No.
No.
No. My life's not that important to write a book.
I see an autobiography in your future. I'm telling you.
No. No.
Well, I'm going to call Barnes & Noble after I get off the phone with you. We're going to make it happen. No. Thank you for your time tonight, Tommy Lee Moffitt. You've been fantastic to talk to, and there is great country music in your future. I'll tell you that for sure. And keep doing your thing and keep sending it to me, will you?
I surely will. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Where can folks find you on social media and your website and everything? Let's give that out.
Oh, I'm on Facebook, Tommy Lee Moffitt Music. Got my TommyLeeMoffitt.com page, page.
Okay.
And then I'm on YouTube and all the other platforms.
All right.
Amazon, you name it, they're all there.
Okay, and you're on the Tim Kelly Show, and this interview is going to stay in rotation for a couple of months. I don't put that out there a lot, but this show is live, but it's also recorded at the same time, so we'll play you in rotation this interview and this show for a couple of months.
I appreciate you, man. Really do.
You bet. So get all your fan base to tune in, and they'll get to hear some great country music on the radio tonight. Tommy Lee Moffett with a great duet with Billy Payne, I Drink the Whiskey, and then we're going to kick off the top of the next hour with this Cold Empty House on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this New Music Friday.
You found that someone that snuck into your heart. You get them all the feelings of till death do us part. Then one night when you come home and you walk through your front door, she looks at you, says she's leaving, and she don't love you anymore. I drink the whiskey to help me through, erase my memories of you. My friends try to help, saying I'll be fine. Me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine. Sitting here at the end of this bar, Jack Daniels in my hand, staring at that fool in the mirror as I try to understand. Trying to figure out where I went wrong. Is there something I didn't see? I've heard them say that love is blind and think it would be me. I drank the whiskey to help me through, to erase my memories of you. My friends try to help, saying I'll be fine. Me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine. Yeah, me, I drank the whiskey. I even tried the wine.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
As I sit here alone in our bedroom, my mind is drifting to a better time. I close my eyes and smell your perfume, and your memory starts wafting through my mind. Since we were kids, kicking old empty cans, we always shared our dreams and our plans. to a clear night sky. Under the brightest big old harvest moon, my life I feel has passed me by. I feel we'll be together again real soon. Since we were kids, kicking old empty cans, we always shared our dreams and our plans. Now we're home, as quiet as a mouse, as I sit alone in this cold empty house. As I sit alone in this cold empty house.
His name is Tommy Lee Moffett. That is called This Cold Empty House. What a great traditional country music sound there. I love the steel guitar in that, and I love his voice too. He is from Scotland and now living in Temple, Texas for the last 30 plus years. And thanks for a great radio interview tonight. We had fun talking about country music and fishing. Doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I'm live on our website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, and I'm also live over here on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. I'm live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. We got it going on and watching lots of screens and chatting with lots of folks. Thank you for joining me tonight. And this radio program is going out to 11 radio stations around the country and around the world. We're going to have another great radio interview in the bottom half of this hour. Jana LeDuc from Canada is going to join me, and we're going to play 3 of her songs and talk about them as well. So stay tuned for that. That is all coming up. How about brand new music from my good friend Ashlyn Green? It is called Mr. Wallen. I've never heard of this guy. Maybe you guys have heard of him. Oh, I'm just kidding. We know who he is. This is Ashlyn Green, Mr. Wallen on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Grew up in South Carolina, but I can be a Tennessee fan. Just a small town cowgirl falling for back home outlaw kind of man. Mama thinks that I'm good girl gone. I swear I ain't done nothing wrong. Those back road drives on a Friday night, listen to the boys tell lies, lies, lies. Can't explain why singing with you always makes me smile. I'm chasing you, living the dream, driving back forward to Tennessee. And I know you ain't thinking about me, but I know every word from A to F. You know me, one track mind in a two-tone truck, sing my songs and wear some luck. Get my number and come calling. Hope you're listening, Mr. Wallen. Been paying my dues every chance I get, from old bar stools to nights I'll never forget. Hearing everyone sing along to my hometown heartfelt songs, under a string of lights or a summer sky, taking it one thing at a time. Guess I'm doing alright, yeah, love this life. Every night when I close my eyes, I'm chasing you, living the dream, driving back and forth to Tennessee. And I know you ain't thinking about me, but I know every word from A to F. I know me, one track mind and forth to Tennessee. And I know you ain't thinking about me. I know every word from A to if I know me. One truck line in a two-tone truck, singing my songs with some love. Get my number and come calling. Hope you're listening, Mr. Woman. Yeah, you'll get my number and come calling. Are you listening, Mr. Woman?
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
10 feet away from a jukebox, there's an old wooden stool I call home. At the end of each day, I cash in my pay, and I punch in them old haggard songs. I hear she's made it big in L.A., while in Cleveland I'm still scraping by. But I make enough change off my minimum wage. I always find just enough to get high. Tonight here I am in this barn. I think I'll just stay here and drink. Keep playing Silver Wings and Kern River. Gonna turn 'em up till I can't think. I've got nothing left to go home to. It's like I've lost everything in the world. But I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. I bet she's out living the good life, sipping white wine in her black high-heel shoes, while I sit here alone, hanging on by a song, shelling out my last few bucks on booze. Yeah, tonight here I am in this barn. I think I'll just stay here and drink. I'll keep playing Silver Wings and Kern River. Gonna turn 'em up till I can't think. Yeah, I've got nothing left to go home to. It's like I lost everything in the world. But I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. Yeah, I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. On peanuts, cold beer, and Merle.
How about that combination? We talked about Merle Haggard in the radio interview tonight with Tommy Lee Moffitt. Now we got peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. That is Adam Stone. Go check out his music. He is fantastic. And he made his debut last Friday night on the Tim Kelly Show. Had to play that again. That is a great, great song. And it kind of went with our interview tonight that we did a little bit earlier. Well, Tommy Lee Moffitt was from Temple, Texas. How about we welcome this next gentleman from Denison, Texas? His name is Pat Waters. This This is called Love You Back to Texas on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
You packed up everything for places you never seen. I knew you had to go. I know there's things you missed, so here is a short list of reasons to come back home. Beautiful sunrise, wide open blue skies, and warm Gulf Coast breeze. Small town rodeos, weekends in Mexico, and then there's me. I'm gonna love you back to Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home. I'm just not the same here with you gone. Church on Sunday, work on Monday. I know that don't sound like me. Been doing some changing, some soul rearranging. When you come back, you'll see. I built you that closet, fixed that dripping faucet, and painted our bedroom. I know you must miss each Texas sunset as much as I miss you. I'm gonna love you back to Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home, and I'm just not the same here with you gone. I'm gonna love you back to Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home. I'm just not the same here with you gone. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. I'm not the same here with you gone.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Well, it skipped over that song and don't want to play it, so I'll load that thing back up and we'll get it on the air. How about Clay Avery, Like I Can, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
You can be the sunrise that brightens up my day. You can be the road I drive on to lead me back your way. You can be what I look for when I pull into the drive. You can be the head on my pillow that I kiss goodnight. I wanna dance with you forever underneath the moon and stars. Hold you close as I can hold you. Life lifetime in my arms, give you what you've needed, be your biggest fan, and let you know that no one's gonna love you like I can. I can be the first thing to ever cross your mind. I can be the biggest mirror so you can see me all the time. I can be the boots you step to so you can cuddle her up. I can be the one and only that you ever loved. I wanna dance with you forever underneath the moon and stars. Hold you close as I can hold you, a lifetime in my arms. Give you what you needed, be your biggest fan, and let you know that no one's gonna love you like I can. I wanna dance with you forever underneath the moon and stars. Hold you close as I can hold you, a lifetime in my arms. Give you what you needed, be your biggest fan, and let you know that no one's gonna love you like I can.
You are listening to The Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country Radio.
You say that I've changed. I'm not who I used to be. That might be true, feels like it to you. But maybe I'm finally happy. Long time going down a winding road, making my own way. When I don't look back, I'm not avoiding the past. It's with me every day. Don't tell me I'm burning bridges, forgetting all the old faces. It's not burning bridges, it's building new ones to more promising places. I'll always love those who believed in me. To those who had their doubts, do you believe it now? I'm right where I should be. Follow my heart, live my dream. Each day a new memory, not forgetting the old, adding new ones to my story as it unfolds. Don't tell me I'm burning bridges, forgetting all the old faces. It's not burning bridges, it's building new ones to more promising places. So maybe I'm different, but it's a two-way street. I'm not gonna light a match, but I won't be looking back. Don't tell me I'm burning bridges, forgetting all the old faces. It's not burning
got the song to play. Her name is J.C. Lynn. That is Jaycee. J.C. Lynn, and that is called Burning Bridges. And she's going to be opening up for Gene Watson coming up on May the 3rd. Go give her Facebook page a like and a follow and keep up with what she's got going on. And how about the women of country music? Aren't they fantastic? I'm going to play another great woman in the world of country music, and then we're going to have an interview with one of them. Jana LeDuc from Canada is going to join me after one more song. Robbie Hart is currently on tour in the UK. She is from Canada originally, lives in Long Island, New York, but she's hanging out in the UK and doing lots of great shows over there. She's got a brand new single out to radio. It is called The In-Between from Robbie Hart on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Blue jeans, wind-blown hair, like I never said goodbye. Took me back to the place we met, County Fair, 4th of July. We were both young and free, that's when sparks began to fly. It all came apart so quickly, no way to hold. Now I'm trying hard to fix me, making sense of it all. It's not a place where I don't see you, standing where you used to be. Woke up alone to find you gone. Is this a dream? It don't feel real. I wasn't there to say goodbye. You left your mark all over me. I'm picking up the pieces. Now I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe. Billboards flashing neon lights quickly brought me back to life. But I still see you underneath the Broadway sign. Came along to be with me like music wasn't your scene. Dive bars and my guitar, working hard to build a dream. But it all came apart so quickly, lonely too alone. Now I'm trying hard to fix me, making sense of it all. It's not a place where I don't see you, standing where you used to be. Woke up alone to find you gone. Is this a dream? It don't feel real. I wasn't there to say goodbye. You left your mark all over me. I'm picking up the pieces, but I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe. It's not a place where I don't see you, standing where you used to be. Woke up alone to find you gone. Is this a dream? It don't feel real. I wasn't there to say goodbye. You left your mark all over me. Now I'm picking up the pieces. Now I can't breathe. Now I can't breathe. You left your mark on me. Now I can't breathe. Picking up the pieces.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday, and I'm playing the best in new country music as always. And we've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight on the program as well. I'm excited to talk to this next artist. She is from Canada. Her name is Jana LeDuc. How are you, my friend?
I'm so well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, too. Thanks for doing the program tonight, and I appreciate your time, and the folks are going to appreciate your music here in a moment.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited about this.
You're welcome. I'm excited too. We've been talking back and forth on social media and finally hooked up and get you on this program. And you got a great song called Drive. We got a Carry On song and then a remake of a great song called Hands to Yourself. I love that version and how you did it.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun to record that one.
Yep, you're welcome. And you've got a lot of good stuff going on. I'm looking at your bio. It says you're a dynamic musician, though, from Milverton, Ontario. Born and raised there?
I was. Milverton, the big city. It's about a population of 1,100, and I know everybody by name, and they all know me. It's a great little town.
How about that? And I'm in a population of 10,000 people, but about 8 million come through here every year for tourism in Branson, Missouri.
I know. It's such a great... I want to visit so badly. It's on my bucket list for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, and you were telling me before we got started, you actually know somebody that does bus tours to Branson back and forth from your area up there.
I do, yeah. Lovely family. They own a little venue here called the Walters Family Theater. So one of the boys there, he takes bus tours back and forth. So,
wow.
Super interesting. I'd love to hop on that bus one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll smuggle you in. Come on down.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you here, and we've been talking off the air what I'm doing with this Branson Opry thing, and hopefully we'll get that off the ground for next year. But put that on your bucket list, and we'll see if we can't put you on the schedule, too.
I would love that. It sounds like an amazing idea and opportunity for all kinds of artists. It's great.
Yeah, thank you so much. You know, that Canadian country music scene you got up there is pretty hot, too, though. I interview a lot of artists from up there.
It sure is. You know, it's really, it's especially from my area, it's always been really centered and focused on country music. But I find that even now, the bigger cities, like country music is just thriving up here, which is amazing for me because it's always been my thing. But now it's kind of becoming the thing here in Canada.
Yeah. And how did it become your thing? Was it somebody you used to listen to on the radio growing up, or your family musically inclined, or what?
Well, you know, my family, my extended family, so all my cousins, aunts, uncles were very musical, my grandparents. So we'd get together, you know, all the time when I was growing up, and there was always instruments going on, and everything kind of centered around fiddle music. And we're kind of Irish, Scottish. We've got all that going on in my family. So I started a little trio with my cousins when I was about 10, 11 years old. And I played acoustic guitar. My cousin Julia played the fiddle. My cousin Laura played piano. And we went around to all the little fairs and festivals around where I grew up. And we'd just do, you know, the little feature showcases. We'd win $20 and go to the restaurant and buy a poutine and things like very cliche Canadian stuff. But honestly, that's where it all got started. And I kind of fell in love with the fiddle. And from there, country music. And it's been my thing ever since.
Wow. Tell us the best stories if you're into songwriting, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I hear those in these interviews, and that's why I love doing them. But yeah, you've got some good performances that you've done too. I'm looking at some of these performances: Music in the Fields, the Boot Hill Jamboree, Tailgate Music Festival, Hollywood Country Jamboree. Man, lots of them.
Yeah, you know what? It's been, I started gigging as a musician when I was 17. It was kind of like full on. That's what I knew I wanted to do. And I've had some amazing opportunities as, you know, as an artist in a band and backing up other artists. And music has kind of given me the opportunity to see the world and meet lots of people. And I'm so grateful. And especially those bigger festivals where you get to open for the big artists. There's nothing like it. It's hard to explain. It's just, you know, you feel like it's one of those defining moments in your life, and I'm so fortunate to have had quite a few of those.
There you go. I'll ask you about that dream gig here in a minute, so be thinking about that. But I see Billy Currington. Now, I know this gentleman or know of him, but I just haven't ever interviewed him. His name is Jade Eagleson. He's phenomenal from up there in Canada. You got Kim Mitchell, the Wilkinsons, Stephen Lee Olson, Cold Creek County, and a few more, it says. So.
Yeah, it's been, you know, it's been so great. I've gotten to know of quite a few of the promoters around here, and they've been, you know, so gracious in putting me on the opening spots for some of these really big artists. And I'm just so grateful, and it gives me an opportunity to meet so many people, and that's kind of my goal right now, is just to get out there and meet people.
Yeah, and you get to do that. You get to do that today through the radio airwaves too. We're putting you out there on 11 radio stations around the country and around the world. And I want to give a big shout out to a few of my Canadian friends. For instance, like Arlene Quinn. I love her. We've interviewed several times. Gord Bamford's been on my program 2 or 3 times. He's a great Canadian artist, but now he's in Nashville. And then one ugly cowboy, Richard and Jane from Toronto. I was the first radio personality to put them on the air, and we've had 6 radio interviews, and we still hang out together on the radio all the time.
That's so awesome. Those are all great artists.
Yeah.
I got to see Gord a couple of years ago. He played right close to my hometown, so that was a wonderful show. We really enjoyed it.
You know, you've got a great award show up there the Canadian Country Music Association puts on every year. I think Gord, the last I know, has won 26 times, 3-time Male Vocalist of the Year. He's got all the accolades too, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely, yes. He's kind of one of Canada's pride possessions, I think. We're super proud of him. And you know, Jade Eagleson is just making crazy waves right now.
Yep.
He's on fire up here. So, and he's kind of bringing back that 90s country sound to his music, which I am just ecstatic about.
That's exactly what I love to play on the radio.
Yes, I'm so grateful. You know, he's maybe like I would say our Canadian version of Zach Top. You know, he's just kind of got that sound, and we just love him.
Yep, I love his music too. If you got any connections there, I'd love to interview him. I never have, and I love playing his music every once in a while too. So
I just might.
There
we
you
can
go.
chat about that.
Thank you so much. What's your dream gig? An artist you would like to either open for that you haven't, or somebody you'd like to maybe do a duet with live on stage? Who might be some names we might know that you haven't had the chance?
Oh wow. Okay, for sure, I would. Zach Top, I already mentioned him. Zach Top. I would love to open for Zach Top. That would be incredible. And maybe Eric Church. I love Eric Church's songwriting. I think his lyrics are just brilliant.
Yeah.
And I love the arrangements of his tune, and I love that he can kind of, you know, weave in between that rock sound, that country sound, and then he can break your heart with a ballad. I really, truly, that would be like a pinnacle moment in my life. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it would be very cool if it did.
That's what I like to showcase in an artist too. So several years ago, I come up with this show that I do on Thursday nights. It's called Triple Play Thursday. I play 3 songs in a row from every artist, including the interviews. They all get played 3 times too. And I love to showcase a little bit different of that, you know, and the 3-song set. A great ballad, a storytelling song, one that make you want to get out on the dance floor, and you know, showcase a little bit of all of that variety, because you guys are super talented, and I love showcasing all of it.
Absolutely, and you know, I think that's so important is for an artist to have, you know, versatility but authenticity at the same time. You know, and that's always been my goal, is to be able to do all those things that really motivate me. So I love singing ballads, but I also love singing things that are a little rockier, but I always want them to be me, and that's the goal.
That's what I love to hear. You know, you got a great version of Hands to Yourself, and who did that originally? Slips me.
The Georgia Satellites.
Georgia Satellites, that's
Even
right.
in the 1980s when that song came out, it came out as a rock tune, and we made it into a kind of a swampy country thing. It was just so much fun to do. My producer Darcy was instrumental in putting that together, and I just love the way it came out.
Well, you nailed it, and we're going to play it as the 3rd song in your triple play to kick off the top of the next hour. But I just wanted to say this, you know, you hear this all your life. Just be you, just be true to yourself, be authentic, things like you're saying. You know, cover songs are great once in a while, but you got to be you in this world to be discovered and to really make an impact, music-wise even. Then 30 years later, hopefully if a song resonates, they're talking about your song and it's become a classic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's why songwriting is at the forefront of my of my path right now. It's just about writing and recording and just getting my songs and my stories out there. And hoping for the best.
Absolutely. And you got that going on, and your vocals are top notch too. Now, that's what I want to ask you next. At what point did you start singing? And was it somebody that said that you should be singing? You have a great voice, or when did you realize you wanted to be a singer as well?
To be completely honest with you, and I know everybody says this, but I literally just started singing right from the get-go. As soon as I could talk, I was singing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funny story I tell. I used to follow my kindergarten teacher around on the playground, like when all the kids were out, playing on the swing set and stuff. I was following my kindergarten teacher around singing "Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?" And just, performing for her as she walked around watching the kids at recess. So it's always been a dream of mine, and it's just always been my outlet. And I was in choir all through elementary school and all through high school, and did a lot of traveling with my choir. It's just, music has always been that thing for me that makes me tick.
So you mentioned somebody that made an impact on you, obviously, was Shania Twain. She's still doing it after all these years, man. I'll tell you what, that 90s country, she was part of that, and has it going on still to this day with that and performing in front of folks. But who are some other maybe female artists that we might know that really had an influence on you to make you want to do it too?
Oh, boy. Martina McBride, for sure. I think her voice is just stunning. Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Right? Like, incredible. Patti Loveless.
Yeah.
Those ladies are just, pillars of the female country music industry with vocals that are just astounding.
Yeah.
I just love listening to them. And, and I mean, I go back as far as one of my favorite artists is Merle Haggard. I know we're supposed to be talking about female artists, but Merle Haggard, again, it's just that storytelling.
You got it.
And, right? It's just so great. I love
the
all
guitar
that
licks in some of his songs. I'd just rather stay home here and drink. And at the end, man, it just guitar. I've got that playing on my classic country station that I have on my website. And you mentioned Martina McBride. I don't know if you know the story about her, and I've told this several times on the radio. But she got discovered because she was running the merch table for Garth Brooks when he was starting out.
No way. I did not know that.
That's how she got discovered, and they figured out she could sing too. And as they say, the rest is history. And she's went on to have a great career of her own. And there is something edited together that she did a duet with the great Elvis Presley that's out there on YouTube as well that you can find. Martina and Elvis. Check that out. It's awesome.
I need to look that up. That's cool.
Yep. 3 years old, I had my picture taken on the steps of Graceland, Elvis Presley's mansion. I don't remember it. I was real young then. But he was known as the king of rock and roll, but he made some great country music and gospel music, too. And they love all of that in Branson here, the live show capital of the world.
Oh, yeah, he sure did. This is a side story. Like I said, I'm a gigging musician, so to pay my cell phone bill, I'm in an Elvis tribute band as well. And
nice.
I just love the music. Yeah, I'm the acoustic player and I sing background vocals, so I love Elvis music.
Did you see the latest Elvis movie with Austin Butler?
I have not seen it yet, and
You
I've
have to
heard
go
really
see
good
it.
things about it. I do need to see that, because, I play Elvis music a lot, and I never get sick of it. It's wonderful.
There's these Elvis impersonators all over the country. There's some here in Branson, too. They're fantastic at it, but somebody told me, you know why you never see the younger Elvis, done as an impersonator? It's always the older version of Elvis, is because they can't pull off the moves that he did, the Elvis and the pelvis thing, and doing all of that like he did on the Ed Sullivan Show and different things like that. And Austin Butler pulled it off.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I need to watch that. The Elvis tribute band that I'm in, he doesn't do that. He's not an impersonator, so he doesn't do the hair and the outfit. He stands up there, he sings the songs, and he tells stories and about Elvis. He's literally like an encyclopedia of Elvis.
Wow.
So he just gets up there, sings the music, we play the songs, and it's a really cool project to be in. I'm quite happy with how that's been going, and it's just another avenue for me to make music as a living, and
That's
which is
awesome.
what I what I need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, there's nothing better, is there, when you can do what you love to do. You're not working, you're having fun. I'm having fun talking to you. This isn't work. It is behind the scenes sometimes, and, you know, there's long days put in or whatever, but it's so rewarding to get to put that music out there for the folks, because what you're doing is helping others, isn't it? You're telling stories when you're writing those songs of your life, or maybe making up a fictional story of something that, you know, you want to talk about or sing about in a song. And you look out in the audience and you don't know who's out there, that you're impacting their lives by the music that you're putting out there and the story you're telling before you play that song.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think, you know, I had a conversation with one of the writers that I get together with sometimes, and he said something brilliant but yet simple to me. And he said, you know, if you're going to sing something, it better be meaningful, or you might as well just say it, you know? So if you're going to take the time to sing about something, it better have some substance to it. And that's kind of always been at the forefront of my mind when I'm writing. I want to tell, you know, stories that mean something to me, or stories that have been told to me that have an impact on me.
Yeah.
You know?
And wrapping it up in 3.5 minutes, like this first song we're going to play, Drive, 3 minutes and 34 seconds, is amazing to me as well, you know, to make it radio friendly and to tell that story and to put the music to it and all of that. That is some talent right there, and you all have it.
Thank you so much. We, you know, we worked really hard on that one because it was the one that I knew I wanted to get out of the gate with. And I said, this is the song that I want people to go, okay, that's Janet. Yeah. And this is her start. So we really took some time, you know, getting it together and making sure we had it right. And I'm just grateful to everybody who helped me with that in the studio, and my producer, Darcy John. He's from Nashville, and we work with the musicians. We're all Nashville based, but a couple of them were Canadian who had moved down to Nashville. So I had some they're not family, but they are to me, you know, they're friends that have become family, and just so happy with what they've done with it.
That is awesome.
What we did with it.
I get so many song titles in my email, and I never know what they're about until I interview the artist and get the story behind it. And so it's a simple title. It's called Drive. So tell us the story behind this one.
Drive kind of came out of, well, to be honest with you, in Canada, we were locked down for quite a while during COVID. So before COVID, I was gigging full time as a musician, 5-6 nights a week, but I was doing a lot of cover gigs and weddings and corporate gigs and tributes and all the things, but I wasn't really making time for songwriting because I think I became so busy with making sure that I was busy that I didn't take the time to do the things that were really intrinsically valuable to me. So when all that shut down, I had no work, and it was kind of a dark time for me because I'm going like, what am I going to do? This is all I've ever done, and I don't know what to do with myself. So some friends, we got together, 5 of us, and spent a whole weekend in a studio, and we just decided we were going to get together and write. And Drive was basically, you know, my next foot forward after kind of my whole world had crumbled out from underneath me. And I went, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. And Drive is all about, you know, driving back and forth to Nashville, which I do more than I care to admit. But it's about that drive back and forth on 65. I know every inch of that highway now.
There you go. Every pothole.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And it's just about, you know, me chasing down this dream and making sure I take the time to give myself to make it happen.
That is awesome. And, you know, speaking of Nashville, we've gone there not too recently, but we've gone there in the past too. And boy, I'll tell you what, it is Music City, isn't it?
It most certainly is.
It's everywhere. People with open guitar cases all up and down the streets. And, you know, they're playing for tips, like Jason Aldean wrote about it, you know, putting your tips in a pickle jar and living on that stuff. And you've probably done some of that too. But
I have done a lot of that.
A lot of that. What was the recording studio that you used to record this music we're playing today?
So my friend Darcy John lives in Nashville, and we recorded the majority of the record right out of his studio. He has a beautiful studio, and it's just super picturesque where it's located up in the hills. And oh gosh, it was just amazing. So he and I went to high school together. He grew up in Canada, but moved down there about 10 years ago, and he's just been so successful in setting up this this studio and playing downtown and all the things. So that's where we recorded it, and it was just an amazing experience. I can't say enough good things about Darcy.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I hear that a lot, you know, these home-based recording studios, but I'm sure you've done it. If you've went down Music Row, as they call it, you see all these houses that look like two-story homes and, you know, historic homes, whatever. Inside's where all the magic happens in those recording studios right there.
It's incredible. Yeah, there's studios everywhere down there, just like there are bands now. It's really, I find, in the last 10 years, exploded.
Yeah.
You know, it's so different. I've been going down there for a long time, but yeah, it's night and day difference from what it was 10 years ago. It's amazing.
It is, and I haven't been in going on 5 years now, so we need to get to Nashville too. But I don't know. We love it in Branson. It's small here, but there's a lot of tourists can come here through the mid-season. You know, we get about 8 million people a year through this little bitty town of 10,000. But, you know, and there's so much to write about, isn't there, growing up in a small town and doing those small town things in country music.
Oh, yes. You know what? I tell people that my parents, like growing up in a small town, my parents knew what I was doing before I did it. Like, you know, everybody knows everybody, but there's something just so meaningful and wonderful about that. I love my hometown.
Well, your parents are going to be proud of you, and when we play your song, this Drive song is great, and it's the reason we're doing this interview, and then I get the other two as a bonus. So we're going to play these 3 songs for you. We're going to start with Drive. Her name is Jana LaDuke. She is on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
And now I finally admit it. Ain't looking back, I bought a one-way ticket. Touchdown, southbound, put it in high gear. We go back to the welcome sign in the rearview mirror. I'm tired of finishing last, no more living in the past. I just wanna go fast, so I'll drive chasing dreams neath the Tennessee skies, and I'm tired of life passing me by. So I'll drive and I'll drive and I'll drive. Carefree, I've arrived and no one can dismiss it. Well, I'm alive, so alive, my spirit will transmit it. Stand up, shout out, letting go of my frustrations. Knew when to leave, and I have reached my destination. Well, I'm tired of finishing last, no more living in the past. I just wanna go fast, so I'll drive down on I-65, chasing dreams.
Her name is Jana LeDuc. That is her latest single out to radio. It is called Drive, and a fantastic job on that, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're having a good time visiting on the air and off the air. You just told me your husband drives for a living.
He does. He sells Caterpillar equipment now, but he drives trucks for friends, a friend's company, and he started out his career in just driving truck and driving tow truck, and but he loves driving, driving trucks. So he's really sad that these trucks are all becoming automatic because he's old school, kind of like me. So he still drives for friends that have old school vehicles. That's his favorite pastime.
I bet he sees a lot of beautiful country up there too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, lots of good stuff up there. Picturesque stuff that'd probably make your next album cover, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I'm grateful to be where I am. We've got lots to look at, which is amazing. But Canada is very diverse, and that no matter each province is so different, right? So
yeah,
I'm in Ontario, and we've got lots of agriculture going on here, and I have a cottage up in we call it. It's not the mountains like to be mountains, but for us, it's the Opeongo Mountain Range, and I love the diversity here.
Yeah, I always love listening to the stories like that too, of where you grew up or where you've lived most all of your life and things like that, because and this music that you make, country music is universal. I told you about all the stations we're on. You're getting played tonight in Ireland and Denver, Colorado, and Germany and Texas and all over the place. So it's a big wide world out there, and they love listening to this kind of country music that you guys make. So keep doing your thing, will you?
I absolutely will.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. And the next song is called Carry On, and then a remake that you absolutely killed from the Georgia Satellites, Hands to Yourself. Where can folks find Jana LeDuc if they want to check out more of your music and find you on social media and become a fan like I am?
Oh, thank you. You know what? That's the stuff that really helps me is, following on social media and on Spotify, Apple Music, all those different platforms. So my social media is Jana LeDuc. I've got Facebook, Instagram, and I finally got TikTok, even though I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I did that. And I've got a website. It's www.janaleduc.com.
All right. Well, we're live on TikTok right now on my account at Tim Kelly on Air. So after we get off the air, why don't you come over here and say hello in the chat room? We got a bunch of folks in here loving your music.
I will absolutely do that when I figure out how to do it.
All right. That sounds great. You have a good one, and thanks for doing the program again. Come back anytime. It's been a pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. Her name is Jana LeDuc. Let's carry on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
I woke up from a nightmare to find I hadn't slept at all. Prepare you for this fall. I could hear the conversation like it was someone else's night. And in the sweet height of summer, be to say. I watched you hold his wallet and try to push the sharks aside. I could hear the tires crying. Our hearts break open wide. I need you now more than ever. Please be strong. Take my hand and make it better. See us through this time. 'Cause I know that you're hurt. You're not standing here alone. Though our hearts can't be unbroken, together carry on. Though our hearts can't be unbroken, together carry on.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Come on, boys. I got a little change in my pocket going jangle, jangle, lang. Won't you call me on the telephone, baby? Give you a ring. But each time we talk, I get the same damn thing. Always a huggy, no kissing until I get a wedding ring. Well, honey, my baby, don't put my love upon no shelf. He said, don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Oh, baby, 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 why you gonna treat me this way? You know I'm still your lover, girl, and I still feel the same way. That's when he told me the story. Now free milk and a cow, and said no hugging, no kissing until I get a wedding vow. My baby, don't put my love upon no shelf. He said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. See, I wanted him real bad. I was about to give in. Now he's talking about love, and he's talking about sin. I said, honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. He said, no hugging, no kissing until I am his wife. My honey, my baby, don't put my love upon no shelf. He said, don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.
LeDuc, what a great remake of the Georgia Satellites. Keep your hands to yourself. I've got my hands on a mouse. That's what's keeping the music going tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank Jana LeDuc for being on this program. What a spectacular artist and a great radio interview. You got lots of new fans, man. I'm blowing it up over here on Facebook and TikTok Live at Tim Kelly on Air. And Jana's got TikTok. As soon as she figures out how to use it, she might be in here in just a little bit. So hang around with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another hour of the best in new country coming straight ahead. We're in hour number 3 of the show, and I've got lots of great music on the way. Stephen Champion, lead singer of a great group called Tainted Lyric, has recently embarked on a solo career. And, you know, when I do the radio interviews, I love hearing the stories behind the songs. That's why I love doing them. This is called Tell Me Your Story from Stephen Champion on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Every story my grandpa told, I carry with me until I go see him again. And that was Grandma's best friend. From Sunday supper up on a hill to working out in that cornfield and learning how to behave. That's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Finding no back road no one knows. Tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I'll tell you mine. Every fall it's the county fair, seeing people you know standing everywhere, just catching up. It's a small town kind of love. A handshake on top of just hello. Talk about your plans for tomorrow. Some would be amazed at how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Finding no back road no one knows. Tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I tell you mine. Yeah, my mom and daddy taught me to be a man and lend a hand to those in need. Don't be afraid, just work hard and you'll succeed. It's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Find an old back road no one knows. And tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I tell you mine. I tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. Oh, I tell you mine.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country. at the bottom of an empty glass. It ain't the first and it sure as hell won't be the last. Thinking about memories back in the day, I'd be up losing sleep just cursing your name. But I packed you up and left it in the past. After 3 drinks, 2 hours climbing up the walls of this old locked tower. Right now, tonight I finally get the feeling it'll be alright. I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1. Tonight I'm staring at the pieces that are left of me. You couldn't break me down, but there's an old soft side I still can't see. Fast cars and freedom, drunk Friday nights. There's no look over your shoulder, no worries in sight. Here's to the new and the best I'll ever be. After 3 drinks, 2 hours climbing up the walls of this old locked tower. Right now, tonight I finally get the feeling it'll be alright. I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1. Starting at 1. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, climbing up the walls of this old locked tower. Right now, tonight I finally get the feeling it'll be alright. I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. Oh, I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1.
3, 2, 1, it's time to talk. How you doing, everybody? That is Ashley Hewing from the great state of Texas. That song is called 3, 2, 1. There's a great video to it as well. It is on ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. That is also on my website at the top of the homepage at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We are radio, we are television as well, and Ashley Hewing and I had a great radio interview a while back, and you can check out my previous interviews, and we're going to add 2 of them tonight to the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, also on my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. How about another great artist by the name of Stephen? His name is Stephen Wood. You can check him out and follow him on social media. Super talented artist. This is called Baby I Do from Stephen Wood on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this New Music Friday.
I know just where you come from and what you've been through. And I've heard you say that life's not fair. But baby, when I say that I love you, hon, I really do. There's nothing in my heart for you to be scared. 'Cause baby, I do, I will, I can be your one and only man. I couldn't ask for more when God opened the door and let your sun shine in. I've got no castle or fancy things, but you'll always be my queen. Oh, baby, take
ask for more when God opened the door and let your sunshine in. I've got no castle or fancy things, but you'll always be my queen. Oh, baby, take my hand forever. Understand, I wanna be your one and only man. Oh, baby, take my hand forever. Understand, I wanna be your one and only man.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Ewing, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
That sun's coming up another day. You bow your head, give thanks and pray. You wish that you were going home. In a room full of sinners, you're not alone. Bars and a Bible, bars and the Holy Bible. You promise and swear to tell the truth in a court of law on a good book too. Wish that you were going home. In a room full of sinners, you're not alone. Bars and a Bible, bars and the Holy Bible. The sun's coming up another day. Bow your head, give thanks and pray. You wish that you were going home. In a room full of sinners, you're not alone. Bars and a Bible, bars and the Holy Bible, bars and a Bible, bars and the Holy Bible.
Making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. His name is Phil Magara. That is called Bars and the Bible. Love his baritone voice and the vibe of that song. It is different, unique, and that's what we love. And we can definitely say New Country's best behind that one. Well, how do you turn a frown upside down? You tune in to the new Tim Kelly Show, New Music Friday, on a Friday night. That's how you do it. And you listen to my good friend Marty Chambers and his latest single called Frown Upside Down on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best on New Music Friday.
I've never known your kind of love. You make me feel a cut above. I'm on cloud nine, spread it out round. Baby, you turn my frown upside down. Who could have known you'd bring my brightest days and be the one and only one to chase my heartaches away? In a way, oh, ain't it funny how things can turn around? Baby, you turn my frown upside down. I've never felt your kind of touch. Just your hand in mine gives me a rush. You're all the care, eyes caramel brown. With just one look at my frowns upside down. Who could have known you'd bring my brightest days and be the one and only one to chase my heartaches away? In a way, oh, ain't it funny how things can turn around? Baby, you turn my frown upside down. Who could have known you'd bring my brightest days and be the one and only one to chase my heartaches away? In a way, oh, ain't it funny how things can turn around? Baby, you turn my frown upside down.
Nobody knows New Country
like we know New Country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Not a day goes by when I don't think of you. Still not sure what I'm supposed to do. You were such a part of me. I was such a part of you. If you were here 100 years, you would still be gone too soon. Oh, how I miss you here with me. I wish I knew that you could feel my love from where you are, even though you're in my
a super talented young lady and my good friend, McKenna Faith Winters from Chesney Park, Illinois. Her latest single right there, Can't Hug a Memory. Go get that one, download it, stream it on social media, and find her on social media too, McKenna Faith Winters. Give her a like and a follow. Tell her Tim Kelly from The Tim Kelly Show sent you. Luke Jallet is up next. I think that's how you say his name. We'll find that out because he's going to be doing a radio interview with yours truly real soon. His latest single is called My Greatest Claim to Fame on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Always dream of hitting the waiting home run. Living in a mansion, flying rockets round the sun. I'd make my mark, doing all the things that legends do. But that all changed the moment I met you. I may never walk in glory or be a hero in some story children tell. When they're handing out their prizes, they can hand them all to someone else. Be found in the halls of world renown, but that's okay. 'Cause I make loving you my greatest claim to fame. When I look in your eyes, I feel just like a king. When you're lying in my arms, I've got more than everything. But it don't bother me if history don't ever know. For you was the greatest story never told. I may never walk in glory or be a hero in some story children tell. When they're handing out their prizes, they can hand them all to someone else. Be found in the halls of world renown, but that's okay. 'Cause I make loving you my greatest claim to fame. Girl, loving you and only you will be my greatest claim to fame.
This is Kenny Kershaw, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
Sunset rider, gunslinger heart, you left the lost behind. You put your family into the grave. You are the one that needs to be saved. Mountain roads, dusty trails, homeward bound, regret prevails. Sunset rider, gunslinger heart, you left the lost behind. You put your family into the grave. You are the one who needs to be saved. She stops at the inn filled with scarlet ladies, and she leers at the desperate gamblers. So she saddles her horse and rides out of town, thinking to herself, no one can save this land. Sunset rider, gunslinger heart, you left the lost behind. You put your family into the grave. You are the one that couldn't be saved. Gunslinger,
Making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday, her name is Birdie Nichols. That is called Gunslinger. And if you want to hear the story behind it, be sure to tune in to our upcoming interview on the Tim Kelly Show. That is at the bottom of the homepage, my upcoming radio interview schedule at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. This next artist was just on the program. We had a great time hanging out. He is from Ardmore, Oklahoma. His name is Alan Rudd. This is called It's a Good Thing. It's a good thing I got him on the program tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
I came home Valentine's Day, pulled up in the drive with a sweetheart dozen, my heart in my hand. When I got there, she wasn't home. Something told me she was long gone. She'd given my sweetheart gift to another man. Looking through another wedding veil, heaven sent me an angel so sweet. Could she be mine? I wanted to run, but I had to stay. Couldn't believe what had come my way, so I gave her my heart and I took her hand. And it's a good thing, now I know what love's about, 'cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt that it's a good thing. Set me free, 'cause I never known the love you've given me. And now the only thing that I could ever thank that woman for is when she left my heart, she left an open door. And it's a good thing, now I know what love's about, 'cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt. It's a good thing what your love's done for me, 'cause I'd never known how sweet a love could be. Now I come home every day and pull up in the drive. My sweetheart's there, and my heart's in her hand. And it's a good thing, such a good thing.
Hello, this is Ron Jenkins, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio.
Whiskey. Man, it's been a long, long time. Guess you heard my baby left me for a so-called friend of mine. One thing's for certain, nothing's certain anymore. Everything that mattered just walked out my door. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. So how have you been? I never thought I'd see your face again. I'll spare the details and cut to the chase. I've got a lot of memories to try to erase. Hello, whiskey. Hello. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. I'm glad you're here. I hope you don't mind my bending your ear. I can't believe I missed all the signs. How could she leave me after all of this time? Hello, whiskey. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. Hello.
He is my good friend Ron Jenkins. That is a classic country sound right there called Hello Whiskey. And Ron lent his voice to my classic country radio station as well. Classic Country Radio is on the air 24/7. If you love that 90s country and beyond, we got it for you at the top of the homepage at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Here is Mud in Your Eye, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. Michael Schott's a little too young for this whiskey stuff. He's 13 years young, and he was a special guest on my show on last last Friday night. Check that out, the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. His latest single is called Don't Let the Song Hit You on the Way Out the Door. Michael Schott on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Boy, you man has always been the same. Singing my songs, trying to make a name. And you, young lady, wanted a hitch to the ride. But if you're only for the money, then I'm gonna have to wait goodbye. You thought that life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky-tonk bars have left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. If you can't be there for the lows, you can't be for the highs. Always acting all innocent, making your little alibis. If you want it, you can have it, but it's gonna take a while. You're not on this cruise forever, so honey, make it worth the while. You thought life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky-tonk bars have left you wanting more. Don't let this song hit you on the way out the door. Come on now. Yeah. You thought life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky-tonk bars have left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. I said, don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. Keep on walking.
We're the Bennett Hall Band, and you're listening to the Tim.
We love country music.
We were headed to the beach our senior year when the driver said, "Hey girls, what you wanna hear?" I got Taylor, Bruno, Beyonce, and Wayne. I said, "Mister, can't you hear the drawling? Are y'all that music you got won't do it all? Got scuffs on our boots and steel in our hearts. You're the DJ today, now do your part. We wanna hear George and Timmy, Cash and June, and we'll find another right if you don't play it soon. Willie Whalen, Kenny and Hal, you gotta give us country, better do it now. Randy Dolly, Loretta the Judds, that's the kind of music runs through our blood. We love country music. The driver said, "I've got something you'll like," and he shuffled his list and flashed us a smile. Out through the speakers with the lead guitar, the Zeppelin was rocking all over that car. Mister, can't you see the wearing our jeans? We're from Nashville, man, rock and roll ain't our thing. You ought to know before we get too far, the kind of music we love has steel guitar. We wanna hear George and Timmy, Cash and June, and we'll find another right if you don't play it soon. Willie Whalen, Kenny and Hal, you gotta give us country, better do it now. Hank and Johnson, Straight and Merle, don't you see we're country girls? We love country music. We wanna hear George and Timmy, Cash and June, and we'll find another right if you don't play it soon.
country girls, and they are three sisters. They are Kat, Presley Rose, and Josie Hope, 17, 15, and 12 years young, and they were recently special guests on this program, The Tim Kelly Show, with the Bennett Hall Band, and we love country music, don't we, though? And talented young ladies they are. Here's another talented young lady and a good friend of mine, and what a great storytelling song this is. Mackenzie Phipps and 18 Wheels on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
My daddy held our lives together on 18 wheels for 18 years and countless miles from home. That old Mack truck that he would drive didn't have a radio, but that didn't stop him from singing country songs. And the day they laid him in the ground, you could hear a faint familiar sound, a jake brake in the distance slowing down. When my daddy's wheels stopped turning, he was heaven bound. He lived a trucker's life in this old cold town. And when I'd hear the truck roll in, I knew it was my best friend, was a life he lived on 18 wheels. Looking back on growing up, we didn't have very much, but with Daddy I felt like I had everything. And Mama did her best with Daddy on the road. Those late night calls would help him get back home. Sometimes I sit in his old seat and I think of all the memories. I can still hear the diesel engine shifting gears. When my daddy's wheels stopped turning, he was heaven bound. He lived a trucker's life in this old cold town. And when I'd hear the truck roll in, I knew it was my best friend, was the life he lived on 18 wheels. So the next time you're in a grocery store or staring out of your car door, just thank the Lord above for a trucker. When my daddy's wheels stopped turning, he was heaven bound. He lived a trucker's life in this old cold town. And when I'd hear the truck roll in, I knew it was my best friend, was a life he lived on 18 wheels, was a life he lived on 18 wheels.
Hey, everybody, you are listening to The Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see that I'm no good without you? Take my arms, I would lose them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cried, and I know that I am no good without you. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
me? Why not take all of me? Can't you see that I'm no good without you? Take my arms, I would lose them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cried, and I know that I am no good without you. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Sweet darling, why not take all of me?
That is the title track of his latest project. It is called All of Me. My good friend Eric Diamond. Go check him out on social media and like and follow his stuff. He is fantastic. Makes that Western swing country music, and he's actually in the Hall of Fame for traditional country music. So congratulations to what he's got going on, Eric Diamond and All of Me. You guys have almost had All of Me, but I got time for one more song. My good friend Don Ricks, she was in the chat room on Facebook a little bit earlier. I hope she's still tuned in. We're going to play her latest single called Broken Pieces. Don Ricks on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Please don't get me wrong, you're doing everything right, and I wanna go where you wanna go, just not tonight. I'm still healing from a wound that cut too deep, taking it one step
The latest single from my good friend Don Ricks and Broken Pieces. Go find Don Ricks Music on social media, give her a like and a follow, and get Broken Pieces. What a fantastic ballad. I love a ballad in the world of country music. Well, I have loved this show, and I hope you guys did too. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I want to thank my special guests, Tommy Lee Moffitt and Jana LeDuc, for joining me on the program. Let's do it again next Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, right here on The Tim Kelly Show and the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like The Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry.